If you own a property with mature timber, let's talk about the value that timber brings. So when you're having a conversation about timber value, really that's two separate conversations. You've got aesthetic value and you've got actual timber value. Aesthetic value, that's going to be more on the residential side of things. So if you have two identical properties side by side, the same in every way, the only difference is one of those properties has these giant, mature, beautiful oak trees surrounding the place. That property is going to be worth more than the property right next door that has none. People love giant, mature shade trees. So as far as the value it adds, there are multiple reports out there. It does vary widely. I'll say that. On the low end, I've seen reports that say a mature shade tree or on your property, a couple of them, it adds 2 to 5%. Again, it's a spread. And on the high end, I've even seen reports of 15 to 18, 19%. I think where you start getting up there on the high end of that 15 to 18, 19%, that's, think of like down in the Southeast where they've got these giant mature live oak trees with the Spanish moss hanging down. It really helps define the whole property. I think that's where you start getting into those close to 20%. But on that 2 to 5% range, that's going to be the majority of your flyover country that they have a handful of giant mature oak trees. So it's nowhere near that 15 to 18%, but it does add a little bit of value to your property. So over on the actual timber value of it, it's going to have nothing to do with aesthetic value. I can't even talk. It's going to have nothing to do with aesthetic value. It's all going to boil down to how big that trunk is, how straight that trunk is, how many board feet you've got. I'm not an expert in it. I know here in the state of Missouri, the Missouri Department of Conservation, they have a program. It's, what is the name of that program? It's like Timber Assistance Harvest Program. I could be butchering it. If you Google it, it'll pop up. Basically, you can contact the Missouri Department of Conservation. They'll send an agent out. They'll walk your timber with you. And they'll give you a rough estimate of what you got. Not necessarily an exact dollar amount, but let you know there's a lot of marketable timber here or you need to wait 20 years. I know a lot of these people, they'll go out, they'll buy some acreage that has a lot of timber on it. They may not know anything about it. So that program is there to help these homeowners kind of get a feel for what they've got, so they can take that knowledge and either choose to go find a logger to harvest it or wait another 20 years. I'm sure if you check with your state, they have similar programs. Anyway, I hope this information was helpful. My name's Cody Kissinger with eXp Realty's Land and Ranch Division here in Missouri. If I could be of any help to you, don't be afraid to reach out. Have a good evening.